Are you thinking about replacing the roof on your industrial unit or warehouse? Or wondering how to budget for it, what the real costs are and what expenses often get missed? In this video, I'll walk you through how to properly budget for an industrial roof replacement here in the UK, step by step, and share some insider tips to avoid financial surprises. An industrial roof replacement is one of the biggest capital expenses you'll face as a property owner or manager. Get the budget wrong and you could face cash flow issues, project delays, or compliance problems. A proper budget isn't just about the roofing system, it includes access, safety provisions, insulation upgrades, waste removal, and professional services. So let's break it all down. There are 6 main cost components you need to account for. Firstly, you've got the roof survey and specification. Before you even speak to a contractor, invest in a detailed independent survey. This will identify defects, structural risks, and confirm what's needed to meet regulations. For this, you can expect to pay between £750 to upwards of £1,500 depending on the size and complexity of the building. Secondly, you have strip and disposal of existing roof. If you're removing asbestos cement sheets or failed coverings, factor in disposal costs. Asbestos removal can range from £20 to £50 per square metre, depending on site conditions and licensing requirements. You also need to think about roofing system supply and installation. This is the core cost, of course, of a replacement, and the prices may actually vary by material. For a single ply membrane, you can be looking at £60 to £90 per square metre. Liquid applied, it's about £80 to £140 per square metre. Metal profile sheets is about £90 to £150, and built-up felt is about £90 to £130 per square metre. Also, it would be helpful for you to actually factor in the cost of insulation upgrade. Most replacements will need to meet current Part L U-value requirements. Adding rigid insulation typically adds £30 to £60 per square metre, so that's something to really consider. You also need to factor in and budget for access and edge protection. The scaffolding, hoists and fall protection can cost anywhere between £5,000 to £30,000 depending on the roof height, layout and duration. And lastly, you can't forget about professional fees and compliance. You need to budget for CDM compliance, building control and potential structural engineer assessments, which are usually between £1,500 and £5,000. It's easy to miss hidden costs, so here's where most budgets go off track. It's very easy to forget about roof lights, for example. Most old industrial roofs have plastic roof lights that degrade. Replacing them typically costs about £300 to £500 each. The gutters, if the roof has gone, also probably need repairing and lining. This is essential on older systems, so you could probably budget between £25 to £50 per linear metre. You can't forget about internal protection and downtime. If your site remains operational, you may need internal netting, temporary canopies, or phased working hours for your staff. This can easily be over £1,000 per week. And lastly, without sounding patronising, don't forget VAT at 20%. This is of course unless your project qualifies for 0 rating or reduced rates, which is quite rare. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is a rough example for a 1000 square metre single ply membrane overlay with insulation upgrade. You can see all the cost factors, how it easily adds up, and how you don't want to be missing any of these things. But this is just one scenario. Prices will of course vary, but I'm trying to highlight how costs do stack up beyond the covering alone. It's important that before you commit to any project, you A, get a proper roof survey first. Avoid relying on contractor estimates alone. Use a consultant to write a spec and tender pack. It will keep the pricing consistent. Always budget a 10 to 15% contingency at least for unforeseen issues. Ask about warranties and insurance-backed guarantees, sometimes adding upfront costs but reducing long-term liability. And don't forget to factor in site-specific challenges like restricted access or out-of-hours working. A properly budgeted industrial roof replacement project is all about planning. If you'd like help with a roof survey, a budget forecast, or tender advice for your site, get in touch. Visit masterroofersbritain.com or give us a call today. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to hit subscribe for more practical commercial roofing advice.